Welcome you all to the Workday HCM Core Concepts program. And let me just share my screen. Can you all see my screen?
Yes.
So let's get started. So, firstly, this course is purely, I would say, a techno functional course. Workday has two sides, one is your functional, and the other one is your technical. So, anything integration related is purely technical. That is not something that we cover in this course. If you are someone who's interested in the Workday technical side, I would suggest you join the integration course. And even for that, to have the basic knowledge, if you're starting in Workday and you desire to move to the technical side, I would say do this course first and then move on to the technical side. All right, moving ahead, we'll come to this a little later. Now, what is Workday? Workday is, we call it a SaaS software. SaaS means software as a service. It's a completely cloud-based enterprise resource planning software, or I'll say a platform that provides a suite of applications like for finance and human resource. If you are not aware of what Workday is, in simple terms, it's an HR and finance system for any company to manage their human capital. And when I say human capital, I refer to the employees. No longer need of manual paperwork to request anything by employees and trying to find out in Excel sheets where that approval is, who needs to approve it. Workday has made that very simple. Not just that, among all that, you have the payroll, benefits, time tracking, expense management. These are different functional areas within Workday which are required by an employer to manage and to use for their own benefits. Moving on to the next one, a little bit history about Workday. So Workday the journey of Workday started back in 2005 by David Duffield and Anil Gooseberry, and these people are the same people who are the originator of the product called PeopleSoft, now commonly known as SuccessFactors. But PeopleSoft was taken over by Oracle, and these guys decided to bring something better, and they founded Workday in 2005, 2006. It's 2006, 2007. It's when it was launched, and by 2010, it was already ahead with its HCM and the finance side. The primary reason at that particular time was there was no other software or tool that was working on the cloud. So Workday was the first of its own kind, which was a cloud system. Everything was on cloud, which means you don't need any dedicated desktops or laptops carrying around everywhere with you. All you need is the right link and a good internet connection. In 2011, the company went public. In 2013, they announced their partnership with the AWS, which is your cloud storage, US Amazon Web Services. And then comes a series of acquisitions. So 2015, 2017, 2018, and I think recently as well, they acquired another organization and they're coming up with the AI tool called Hired Score. It's specifically a talent acquisition in the talent acquisition area. But Workday has managed to acquire these companies and bring in the technology, the tech that they add into their own platform, and it works smoothly. And so it's really an innovation that they really focus on. Let's talk about some job outlook. So I think for this, I'll better put it in something and share something else for this, help you understand the job outlook a little better. Okay. So I'm at the workday.com. As you can see, I would suggest all of you to spend some time here as well. Now, when you're here, I would request you all to go to the customer and click on the customer stories. On the left hand side in the industry filter, you would see communications, education, energy, finance, healthcare. There is no industry across our whole ecosystem of tech, non-tech, education, government institutions as well that Workday has not touched. So you want to go to public sector, you have these companies as well. Government organizations like Iowa State is using Workday. Tulsa County is using Workday. Hedge funds, trusts, more than I think 70% of the Fortune 500 companies are using Workday today. So why I'm showing you this and why I request you all to come here and explore the different areas is because all these companies are using Workday. So definitely 100% there are jobs out there, right? It's a big product. Majority of the companies are using. So job market is pretty good majority of the time of the year, right? What you need to understand is there's no area of work. I get this question a lot that which area of work day is easy to learn and we can quickly get a job. It does not work that way, all right? So when you come here, explore all these companies. Just understand what purpose they're using Workday for. Now, there could be, let's say, Prima.gov is using Workday HCM and finance, including the payroll and expense model. On the other hand, Western Sydney Airport may only be using Workday talent and performance. So, this company will open position or will require candidates who are experienced in the talent and performance area, while this company would open positions specific to HCM and finance. So, jobs are there, definitely, they are there. But you need to understand that different companies uses different areas of Workday and the requirements for them changes. There is no area of Workday which is more prominent than the other. Now, coming to the question then, why are we learning this? Because whether it's a talent and performance, whether it's finance, whether it's payroll, whether it's benefits, talent acquisition, you need to understand the core HCM concepts first before moving on into any other area of expertise. Coming from the experience, if I share my own experience, I started working on core HCM, then moved on to absence, then moved on to security, and it happened over the years. It is not like one course is more than enough to help you get into something which you're looking for. But yes, this is the starting course. I'm not saying that you have to do more courses after this. No, not immediately. You first go through this course, practice as much as possible, get your foot in the door, get yourself a job, start working in that organization, understand those things real time, and then decide which area of workday suits your requirements or interests you the most or challenges you the most. And then go forward for further trainings. Again, I repeat, I'm not saying that you have to do multiple trainings immediately. No, just this training is more than enough. Get you a job. And once you have that, you'll have the real time experience. You can get certified as well, and then move on to the areas of workday that you like the most. So please do spend some time on that. All right. So salary trends. Workday has some of the highest salaries. And if I talk specifically about the US, at an entry level, someone easily about 70 to 80K, someone at a senior level or an intermediate level, easily between 90 to 100K, someone with more than 5 to 6 years experience, easily more than 110, 120K. And someone at a director level that can go up to 150 to 100K. And this is the US market. Yes, US is high paying. Even Asia Pacific, Europe, the Europe continent as well, they all are expanding big time on Workday. There are a lot of opportunities and high paying opportunities. I worked in the US, I worked in the Europe, I've seen the market, and that's why I'm pretty much confident. And even the salaries are pretty high. So don't, if you're worrying about the job, then you won't be focused on the training. Jobs are there. You just need to be consistent. You just need to follow my instructions. You need to be vigilant about, be aware about what's happening in the market. Worrying about the job does not get you a job. Working towards it gets you a job. And each company puts a different title for their open job requisitions that they have. So my recommendation is don't look forward to any particular job. Like no, none of the job will say this is an entry level or this is a senior level. They might just put it as Workday HCM consultant, or they put it as HR manager or senior executive. A lot of these titles does not even have Workday in it. So again, my recommendation in that is always go through the job description because sometimes it says HCM consultant, but when you read the job description, they're talking about an Oracle SAP success factor, not Workday. Okay, so this will save you a lot of time. When you're going through a job description, when you're going through a search on LinkedIn or any other job portals, don't just go by the title, go through the job description of what they're exactly looking for. Right. Moving ahead, the trends. I think all these data points that you're looking at, salary trends, permanent or contract positions, we have a we don't have, but Workday has a very good blog about it. And not just that, ZaranTech has their own Workday Learners community page. So I'm sure that link will also be shared with you. So do explore that link as well. Do spend good amount of time on that particular link as well. I think it's been shared in the chat. You can open that a little later after you have your questions. That's a very good resource. That's a very good LinkedIn page that you all must follow. It will keep you updated on what's happening in the market. I've already shown you that there's no industry that is left that does not use Workday. So this is just a repetition of that. Now let's talk about the course. This course will help you, or I think I'll just jump to what we will cover in the course real quick because that's the more important. Yes, this is the most important slide. Now, Workday HCM, when we talk about HCM, HCM is very big, right? It's humanly impossible for anyone to understand the whole of HCM because HCM even covers some part of integrations, HCM even covers some part of payroll, HCM touches everything. But what are the core concepts that will enable you understand what's happening in the Workday environment, right? So we have put that together in the six core concepts that we will talk about. The first core concept we will learn is about organizations. There are different types of organizations, supervisory, location, and you don't have to note down anything at this moment. I will tell you anything that's important to note down. So don't worry about putting in, just focus on the screen, focus on what I'm saying. I'll tell you when to write notes. And the same applies during the courses. The first topic, first core concept, we'll start with organizations. Different types of organization, different purposes. And this is kind of a foundation to our starting journey in Workday. Without the understanding of organization, no other topic will make sense to you. And each and every topic can only be understood if you have done the previous one. Now, once we do the organizations, we move on to staffing models. Different types of staffing models. We'll understand what staffing model means, what is the relevance of it, and why does it exist. Again, directly related to your organizations. Then the third topic we'll cover is jobs and position. A very important piece to understand how an employee gets into the system, right? We'll understand this through some analogies. I'm sure you all must have heard about a term called as job profile. Here you will truly understand the meaning of job. What a job profile is, you will learn how to create it, you will learn how to manage it. Okay? So these will be your first three. And again, without organization and staffing model, it's difficult to understand jobs and positions. Excuse me for a second, please. All right. Then comes your compensation. Before I move to this, we just clear all that. Yeah. So once we cover these three topics, right, we'll take it slow because a lot of you are new to the system, new to the concepts, maybe new to the HR world as well. That is absolutely okay. Please understand whichever industry experience you come from, anyone can learn the system. I'm not saying that it's easy to understand. No. I'm saying it because we have trained employees who come from unimaginable industries like someone from real estate. They want to learn Workday, yes. They can absolutely. Someone from retail, they can learn Workday, yes. Students, definitely. Interns, definitely. Experienced professional who are entrepreneurs with 20 years of experience who run their own company who want to learn this. Yes, we have trained all diversified experience and they all have succeeded because they followed the instructions and they understood the assignments. You don't have to overthink anything here. Just follow the instructions, just follow what you are being asked to do and practice as much as possible. Okay? So there's no prerequisites in my experience that you need to have. But if you have a background in HR or you understand the HR processes, that's a good to have, right? So once we cover these first three core concepts, after finishing these, I expect some level of expertise from all of you to for basic navigation because at the end of the day, Workday as a system, you need to navigate from one page to another. You need to know when you click on this, what are the options that you get and what happens when you click on that option, right? So you will become, I'll expect that you will understand some basic navigation things in this. We'll talk about navigation as well. That is what we'll actually start with. Because why I'm saying that, and you can only be experienced if you practice well. If you didn't practice, you're just covering topics in the theory, and not doing your practicals, I'm sorry to say that will be a difficult way to succeed, or you may not succeed at all. Okay, so please practice. The reason I'm saying this is because for these three topics, we'll take it a little slow. Right? Starting the fourth core concept, which is our compensation. This is very hands-on heavy, very practical topic. We'll be spending most of our time doing the configuration. That is why I need to have that kind of hands-on, be quick in clicking, okay, this is the right place where I have to click, this is the right page where I have to navigate, right? It's a very fun topic to learn. I'll be very honest. It's easy to understand as well. It's very fun to learn as well, the compensation. But yes, it takes time. You need to be familiar with the previous topics. And we'll pick up a little bit of pace as well. And at this time, I'll start poking each one of you to start preparing your LinkedIn, to start preparing your resumes. Okay? Because finding a job is a job in itself. So the earlier we start, the better it is. Once we cover compensation, then the fifth core concept we'll talk about is your security. Sorry, yeah, we'll talk about security. Now, security is one of the most fundamental pieces in your workday system. If you learn security, it will take you very long. But security is a very big topic. We'll cover the core concepts of you will understand the security architecture, the way Workday has designed it, and that will help you a lot. There's not a lot of hands-on for this particular topic, but we'll cover some different scenarios. And then last but not the least, one of my favorites as well, business process. Now, why we do it in the end? Because everything that we have done, we'll do from organization till security, everything will come together. You'll be able to connect the dots at the time of business process. What is a business process? Hire, termination, job requisition. These are your business, and obviously there are a thousand others as well, but I'm just quoting some of the primary ones. This is again a very hands-on privy topic. A lot of hands-on we'll do. We'll create our own business process as well in this, which will give you a lot of learning, a lot of confidence to be able to speak up in the interviews very confident. So once we cover these six core concepts, you will have a very good understanding of the core concepts of this. But we don't stop here. Have additional topics to cover as well, which is your reports and EIBs. I did say it earlier that we did not touch anything related to integrations or the technical side, but for an HCM consultant, if you are planning to be in the HCM world, we need to understand how to pull the data from the system. Like I said, Workday is a cloud software, right? We don't have access to the database. Everything is on the cloud. How do we pull data? If someone asks you, give me a new hire report for the last 10 months, how do we do it? We do it using reports. There are thousands and thousands of Workday delivered reports. We'll create our own as well. Primarily, we learn how to create our own reports. Okay. And the last topic is your EIB. It's an integration topic, which is again expected from an HCM consultant, which is basically bulk data loads. You want to change business title for 100 employees. Obviously, we won't do it manually. We learn a way to do it in bulk. So those are a few additional topics that we cover in this. And what you see on the left, workday history, the business course structure, architect, implementations, all these topics will be covered during your course. So it's not like just start with organizations. We'll start with some business course structure, some workday architecture. We'll have a dedicated session about workday software updates. We call it the release cycle, right? What happens in this? As you all know, workday is a software. Every software need updates. Like you all are using cell phones, right? Your cell phone needs an upgrade, the iOS upgrade. I don't know what's it called in Android, but in Apple phones, you have the iOS upgrade. In the MacBook, you have macOS update. In Windows, you have Windows update. Those updates I'm referring to. So that happens twice a year with Workday. We'll talk about that as well. We'll also talk about how the system is implemented and what happens once the implementation is done. And security basics, obviously, we'll cover that during our security, right? And then the job readiness program on the right hand side, all the resources that you need will be given to you. We have an LMS portal, a learning management system, which you will get access once you enroll. You will have access to a lot of resources. And trust me, follows those resources. Those are like self help guides, I'll put it in that way. easy to understand, and in world with the use of AI, I don't think anyone needs a dedicated person to write their resumes. No offense to people who help. Obviously, they are very crucial, but at least you don't have to be a beginner in that. Okay. So this is the primary things that we'll cover, and along with that, we'll cover scenarios, real-time scenarios from my experience as well, how things are done, those things. And I'll continue to share, excuse me, other resources as well. Just give me a second, please. Okay. Yeah, and as I was saying that I'll share some resources as well, like some YouTube links and other resources. So there's tons of material. It all depends on your capability to consume that much, right? And you cannot jump from one thing to another. You have to be consistent in doing something. Now, that's the crux of what we'll cover in the course. Work the fundamentals, the history, architecture, all that will be covered during the course. These are the key product areas. So we'll talk about that as well. We've done this. Let's make sure that. Okay. Now, please do understand that ZaranTech as an organization, we have certified trainers. Like I said, I'm certified as well. And I was working in the US earlier, and but then I moved to a different place. But I have that global experience, and Workday requires some level of global experience at the level that I'm in. I'm not saying at the level, at the beginning level. And when someone says that I'm a beginner in that, if you have any experience in any domain, in any organization, in any industry, you're not a fresher. So please get that ideology out that you're a fresher. Any experience, you just need to learn how to put it in a way that helps you get the next job. You definitely must have learned some skills. You know how to work in a corporate. So use those skills and move on to the next one. And there are a lot of YouTube videos from ZaranTech as well. If you still have doubts about whether this course is the right course for you, you can look at the training material. Online, you just type in day training, and the whole page you will find is of ZaranTech videos. And this course is purely hands-on. We just don't talk about the theory. Yes, in the beginning sessions, we I do a lot of whiteboarding, so there's a lot of visuals that happens. So we'll do a lot of visualizing, to put it in that way. And then we'll do our hands-on. And where do we do our hands-on? There's a dedicated tenant that will be given to you throughout the course for you to practice as much as possible. So make sure to leverage that as much as possible. And after your training is completed, like I said, there was a job readiness program which I just showed you. All the links will be given to you. You can access it and use them. In fact, we'll start preparing all this after we finish the third core concept itself. And there's a lot of real-time assignments will be given to you. Okay. There are certain assignments which you will have access to on the LMS. That is definitely something you should do. And but depending upon what topic we are covering in that particular session, I will give you assignments. Okay. So for example, if we are covering compensation, how much we have covered in the dedicated time, based on that and how much, what's the pace, how is everyone responding, I will give you an assignment. And anytime we have a hands-on, we'll have a follow-up assignment from the same. So that way you will have ample of material to practice with. Something about ZaranTech. So talking about the learning management system, you will get, and all these sessions are recorded, live recording. It's not like I've done so many batches if I'm not available, they'll just give you one of the recorded sessions. So all these sessions are recorded and for your reference only, and you will have access to them for about a year. The training material access, you have a lifetime access, and you will have a 24/7 technical support. You have a really good technical team here to help you with any kind of tenant issues that you may have. And this is the learning community page. And I'll request you to bookmark this page. Sorry, bookmark this link that is on the screen, which obviously will be shared with you. And I think it's already in the chat as well. So this is a very good page. At least read one article every day. That's all I'm asking for now. And that's all that I have. Now we have the time for Q&A. Now we don't want to keep it a simple Q&A. We want to know our candidates as well. So what I need from you all is to answer these three questions. So once you answer these three questions, then whatever questions you have, I'll be more than happy to answer. So the first question that you have to answer is, what industry experience do you have? How many years in which industry? You don't have to specify the location, the company name, or any personal details. Just what company experience, what industry experience you have. Second question that you have to answer is, do you know about Workday? If yes, have you worked in it, even as an end user or as a configuration person, in whichever capacity you have worked? If not, that's absolutely it. The third question that you have to answer is, why are you here? Which means, what are your expectations? What made you join this demo session? What is your expectation? So keep it short once you have the answer. Once you share your answers, then please go ahead with whatever questions you have, right? And
All right.
please raise your hand and we'll call out your name.
We'll go with the first person. So can you please go ahead and unmute and answer those questions, please?
Sure. I have close to 10 years of experience from IT industry. Okay. So, and I have a gap of almost around 4.5 years. So, why I am getting into Workday? Because the experience what I bring, that is into HR. So I believe this is the best, tool which can justify my experience. And as I have a gap, so I'm trying to understand, like, as Workday is the latest technology in the market, so this tool must be the best suitable for me, and where I can look for the better opportunities in the market, and I can, whatever my capabilities are related to the HR, I can showcase that, and I can bring my experience here.
Okay, thank you
All right.
for that. Now let me
Yeah.
ask you this. You want to continue into the HR domain, right?
Yes.
So don't worry about the gap. Let's focus on the learnings and be consistent in the lookout for the jobs. And the certification will also help. Okay. But when I say certification, I'm not saying that you wait for the course to finish, then you get certified and then you apply for the jobs, right? So it's a parallel process. You have to manage your certification and your job hunt as well. A certification will give you an edge over the others. Okay. But first we'll focus on the course and don't worry about the gap. It's a natural thing to have.
Okay, understood. I just wanted to know, like, how I'm gonna justify in the market if I have a gap. So that's the
So
question I have.
why do you have to justify? Right? We are human, right? We can have gaps. It's absolutely
Yeah.
okay. Many people have different reasons. Some has family reasons, right? It's not about you have to justify your gap. It's you have to justify your skills. Or is there anything you did in the gap that can help in the next opportunity that you look out for? So you have to present yourself that way. You don't have to present yourself as a victim that I don't have the experience. I have a gap. How do I go? No, use that as your strength that yes, I had a gap because of this and this reason, but these are the things that I upskilled myself during the gap, and it comes with you have 10 plus years of experience. You should not even be worrying about this.
Okay, I just wanted to tell you, like, one thing, the experience what I have. Okay, don't have in the workday especially. So, like, whenever I see the opportunities available in the work market, okay, so in the job description it is clearly written about, like, whatever the job profile they're looking for the experienced person. So how it will be, like, I know that by doing the training and all, obviously we are going to learn it, and then we can appear for the certification also. But if we have, how we are going to get qualified for that, any kind of requirement where we are not experienced in the workday?
That's what I said in the beginning. Don't consider yourself as a fresher. At the end of the day, Workday is a tool that you're learning, right? You have the background of HR. Use that as a strength plus what you learn about Workday and present yourself as an experienced professional that you know these things. If you present
And
yourself as a fresher, things won't go the way you want. You have to do something different to present yourself as an experienced professional.
understood. Thanks, Rohan. Yeah.
Yeah. We'll move to the next person. Love D. Can you please unmute and tell us about yourself?
Yeah. So my industry has been overall financial services, primarily insurance. I have about nearly 2 decades of experience with several different processes within the insurance world overall. Several of my clients, I'm into consulting right now. Several of my clients have gone and implemented Workday. I just want to sharpen my skills in Workday. At the same time, I'm looking for an opportunity to, scale up maybe my own business as well as a result of, pivoting myself to Workday.
Hey, ZaranTech now offers SAP corporate training. That's right. Train your workforce in SAP with our comprehensive program. We offer customized courses, certified trainers, and hands-on labs for both individuals and businesses. Our standout features: bespoke training, fully configured servers for practice, in-house materials, and a dedicated LMS. Plus, get session recordings and 24/7 support. From functional to technical modules, we have got it all. Choose ZaranTech for SAP training and watch your team excel. Learn, upskill, succeed with ZaranTech.
The question that I have is, how do we get projects on Workday staying here in the US? I mean, there is you showed us all the salaries and everybody kind of looked at it, but if you don't really want to look at salaries, but you want to look at projects and get that, how do you source those projects here?
Projects, as in you wish to do projects for different clients, is that what you're asking?
Yes. Like I said, I'm already into consulting. So how do we get Workday related projects? I've never explored Workday. Is there somewhere like either on LinkedIn, or how do we source the projects?
I think, Alok, do you want to take that?
Yeah, I don't
Yeah,
want to go
just
for a job after this. That's the reason I'm asking.
first you got to become a partner. Then only you'll get projects. So if you don't want to become a partner, then you can start with the AMS side, and then you can take the support projects, and then become a service partner, and then take projects like
Okay.
that. But in the Workday ecosystem, you have to become a partner first to get projects.
Okay. Okay. What is an average Workday implementation cost?
It depends on the company size. There's nothing called average. It's
I
depends on
mean,
the
is
company
this
size.
is this
Not-
Workday meant only for company size of above certain, 1,000, 10,000 people, or is it meant for like 20 to 40 employees also? And will the cost be different based on the different, like, is there a light version versus the, full blown version, or I don't know, just exploring it.
There's only one version of Workday, but customers, sorry, they implement either HCM, finance, payroll. Depending on that, the cost differs. You can actually go to Workday and fill out a sales form and talk to a salesperson directly. That will give you a very good idea, because then you'll talk to a sales partner directly.
Okay.
Yeah, Workday is not that small. Like it, you can, not companies with 40, 50 employees don't implement Workday because it's expensive. It's so they are bigger size companies, 500,000, 10,000, 20,000.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And they'll HCM, finance, payroll, all of those modules. So yeah.
Can you
Please
also
go
give us any inputs, like not right now, but can you give us inputs how to become an implementation partner at
workday.com.
some point later on?
Just go to workday.com and then go to the partner section, fill out a form. It's that easy.
Okay.
Yeah. And then talk to someone at Workday. And it's pretty, just fill out a form. They'll call you within 24 hours, 48 hours. They'll call you, give you all the information. Tell them exactly what you're trying to do. Okay.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
Now we'll move to the next person.
I'm from the field of nutrition. I have been working as a nutritionist for almost 10 years. Just wanted to get this training, maybe to diversify my profile, and to what my idea was, if we can, like, I can get us smaller projects to start with, just to see how am I doing, and then make a shift to Workday. Yeah, no questions for now. Just like I just yeah, actually a question, just like, are there any opportunities where you can take maybe like 5 hours a week, do a small project for somebody who may be outsourcing it?
For someone with, see, there are freelancing opportunities in this, but even be a freelancer, you need to first learn the system. The best way to learn that is to have a real-time job and have the real-time experience. Once you gain a decade of experience, then you can work as an independent consultant. But small projects, no, that's not something that one can go forward without the experience that is needed for this.
Got it. Okay. Thank you.
Sure. Next, please.
Hi everyone. I have overall 4.5 years of IT experience. Currently, I'm working as an HR. I want to learn Workday to enhance my skills in HR operations and stay updated with modern HR technology.
Awesome.
Thank
All
you.
right, sounds good. That was pretty fast. Okay, we'll move to the next person.
I'm having 8 years of experience into multiple domains of HR, like recruitment, operations, reporting, HR analytics. And I got the opportunity, to working with Workday in some part of like reporting or basic HCM. I have the little bit knowledge about that because I got the opportunity working with my previous client. Why I'm here? Just because of I just enhance my knowledge into the Workday, and apart from that, after completion of this training or this Workday course, may I get the job as a end user or as a implementer, like Workday? Because I'm seeing in the market right now and I'm applying somewhere else, like they are demanding like how many end-to-end implementation you have done. I do not have idea about that. How can justify that I had done end-to-end implementation, or what is end-to-end implementation? I don't have the idea because I have little bit experience of reporting part and Workday HCM part, like how to create a organization, like staffing models. I have the basic idea, but I cannot justify all that. So that is why I joined this course here.
Well, don't apply to that job.
Okay.
You do not have end-to-end implementation experience.
No,
Do
no,
not
I
apply.
do not have. No, but everybody is asking about that because I don't know why. Because I have not mentioned anywhere like I had done end-to-end implementation and all. I have just mentioned I have the little bit basic knowledge of Workday. That's it. But still, every company I'm seeing in the market, or like even the company I'm working right now, there are lots of Workday positions available. There are lots of like HCM integration, finance, and all. But yeah, they are also asking about like how many implementation you have done, everybody. So how can I start my career as a beginner, or how can, after getting too much exposure in Workday or complete amount of knowledge?
Can I stop? Can I stop? Hold on. Okay, guys, I see most of your questions directed towards a job. This is a training program. You haven't even learned your foundations yet. We are a training company. We build foundation. Let's talk about foundation. We will build your foundation towards HCM. You will practice all of that stuff. Jobs can come later. We're not going to focus on jobs. We're not going to take those questions. We are a training company. We train people very well. We get them trained, get them certified. We are the only company which can get you certified. And the overall rate of percentage rate of people outside of ZaranTech who take the certification, less than 50% clear the certification. Our percentage rate is 87%, first attempt. They clear our certification. So what we offer is a training program for HCM, the core, where you actually start when you jump into HCM. And then all the hands-on, all the documentation, all the materials, all that stuff to help you prepare and get ready for the next step, whatever it is for you. This is what this is about. Okay. So if you're going to ask me questions about jobs and implementation, this and that, that is like 4 years down the road. All right. I will move to the next person. Please go ahead.
I have been in the industry for almost, I think it's 10 years now. I have been experienced working on SAP, Oracle, and other applications, and also had a chance to work on some Workday projects as well. The reason I joined is just wanted to complete my certification. So I thought ZaranTech, I saw quite a few videos and demos, and I thought, and I said, better to get my certification from you.
Absolutely. We can help you with that. After this intros are completed, I will go ahead and talk about how we deliver the training, what is the programs all about, the certification step by step, how we can help you with the certification. All of that stuff I'll cover in a little bit, okay? Let me just go ahead and finish all this and then we will, okay? All right, next person, Simar Singh. Please go ahead and unmute and introduce yourself, please.
I am based out of Canada and in IT industry for past like 5 years now. I'm into testing software quality assurance. My background is from the banking industry. The reason I'm interested in this course is basically my initial experience with the customized solutions. So that's why I'm here. And also, as you already mentioned, that it is the booming industry right now. So yeah, that's why I'm here. Thank you.
Awesome. Sounds good. Thank you so much. Another thing I just want to add is that we've been in the training industry for almost 16 years now. 2009 established in Iowa, here in the US. And we do quite a lot of SAP training. We're known for SAP training quite a lot. We started Workday training about 10 years ago. And at this point, for the last two years, so for every SAP training we sell, we are actually a corporate training company. Okay. We train 95% of our business is corporate training. But, the 5% of the business is where we do public batches like this, and then students join our training programs. For every student we enroll in our public batch in SAP, we enroll 10 Workday students. So right there is the demand. We have never seen this kind of demand for, any module, what we see in Workday. Right there is your, answer. It's a very good field, very easy to get into. The tool itself is very user-friendly. You will only hear good things about it until you're 5 years deep in there, and you will, there are some, gaps, but Workday is always working on it. But it's a great tool, good job, pays well, demands very high. Once you're an experienced consultant, the demand is very high. And then obviously certification is a niche. They have made it closed. I mean, not everybody can get certified. So, and then it's difficult to get certified. The passing rate is about 80%. So that makes it more niche. So once you're certified, and once you have that experience, there's no stopping. So anyways, next person.
Yes, I got part of the answer from my question from the previous college, but no
Okay.
problem. I can introduce myself. I reside here in Virginia, US. I have more than 10 years of experience in human resource, recruitment and HR operation within a media and broadcasting company. 3 years in United States and 7 years in the Middle East. Since I came to United States 3 years back, I was working with big organizations, non-profit organizations, but unfortunately it's closed by current administration. And the last 3 months struggling to find a job here in the edge fields. So that's I decided to switch my career to IT because I have also a Bachelor of Computer Applications. And I start doing the CompTIA certification. Right now I'm doing the CompTIA certificate. But I have experience in Oracle HCM Cloud Fusions. I used to have 2 years experience in these systems. And I see there is a lot of demand in HCM Workday model in United States. So that's why I'm planning to switch my career to IT or something between, HR and IT. So I think the Workday is a better option for me. And the main reason it's because you mentioned this before. The main reason it's because there is a lot of demands and I have been without a job since 3 months. So it's a job. That's the main reason I want to switch.
Right. Well, let me put it very simple. You're in the right field, okay? And the demand is high. But again, I'll stress this point again. You have to learn the tool. You have to practice quite a lot. It's coming from an HCM background, HR background, you are the right person. I always tell people if you're moving from another HCM background, you already have some experience. You're just changing the tool, but the basic concepts, architecture, history, all that stuff you already know how any HCM tool works, right? This is just a different software. Yeah. So that will surely help. You are in the right field. Somebody asked this question, answer this again. This is a Workday HCM. The training we provide is a functional training, functional and technical training. We don't do provide end user trainings to companies as well, but this is not an end user training or a super user training or anything like that. This is a functional training. So that's it. All right.
Okay, I have one question.
Yeah.
So since I have hand of experience in Oracle HCM Visions, and also I do have experience in ADB and CostPoint. So which model should you suggest to me that I can complete it or finish it and master it? Then she can, by completing this model, my chance of getting a job will be higher.
HCM, you're in the right field. Workday HCM. Start there.
HCM, it's just only one model, right?
Well, one module. Well, first you learn one module, then master it, then you can move on to the next module, apply for jobs, and then move on to the next module if you want to. There are a lot of different modules, but first you want to learn HCM, but it'll take time, at least 3 months, 2-3 months. It'll take time, practice all that stuff. Then you are ready to apply for jobs. Once you get the job, then you can learn other modules. I'll talk about this in a little bit, okay?
Yeah,
I'll talk about all that stuff.
Yeah. Sorry, because I joined late. How long time will take me the model?
It depends on if you spend about 4 to 5 hours a day, it'll take you 2 months.
Okay. All right.
All right.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
We'll move to the next person. Okay. No problem.
I have almost 10 years of experience into staffing industry. I would like to transit my career into HCM side. So I did some analysis and finally I would like to learn Workday HCM since it's a pure cloud and there are multiple opportunities. So that is the only reason. And I would like to learn a lot. I would like to initiate my course. So that is the only thing I would like to learn. Yeah.
You are in the right place, sir. Absolutely.
So I have a question, I would like to know how you will support for the certification since only Workday partner can get the certification.
I will cover that. I will cover that after that. Okay, I'll cover all that.
Hey everybody. Thanks for having me here. Healthcare experience, HR experience, utilizing Workday from the user admins. And so I guess my question, and you kind of answered it just a little bit ago, but wanted to just make sure. I know core HCM or HCM is the best route starting off, right? What would you say would be a builder onto that, or one of your more popular builders onto that? Would you say it's more of the finance side, or it just kind of really depends on what you become most interested in after you finish the HCM?
You can explore other modules under HCM. There are quite a lot: absence, benefits, advanced compensation. There are many modules under HCM. So, but if you want to shift to finance, see, what I always tell people that HCM is your basic. I mean, that's where you start. So core HCM is where you start. If you want to go into finance, you can go into finance later. But finance is, again, a bigger module. You can finish all the modules under HCM. First, finish your core. Then you can go to benefits, get that job first, or, get something going where you have a job, you're practicing, you're working, all that stuff. Then you can learn other modules, you can learn. There's so many different modules under HCM. Once you've mastered that, you can move to finance too. Again, it all depends on your interest. I can't really put a finger on it for you, but you know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Yeah.
Absolutely. No, I definitely appreciate that. Thank you. I appreciate you having us and hosting this room.
Anytime, man. Anytime. All right. We'll move to the next person.
Hello. Hi everyone. I don't really have much to a question to ask. I'm excited to learn, and yeah, that's one of the many reasons I'm here. By the time is coming, I will have a question to ask.
Okay. Sounds good. Thank you so much. All right, we'll move to the next person.
So I've done my BTech in EC, but I'm not working in the core. I'm working in sales and marketing. And a few of my friends are working in Workday fully as a consultant and all. So I'm here to learn and to shift into the Workday actually.
Perfect. You're in the right place. Workday HCM is where you start in the Workday journey. That's where you start because that's it. That is core. I'll explain you a little bit more. Let me share my screen. If you can see my screen, say yes, and I'll proceed.
Yes.
Someone? All right. Awesome. All right. So you all have received this document. We shared this document. This document has literally everything. Whatever we're going to talk about and more, it's going to have everything. So I would ask you to watch this video. I'd ask you to listen to this audio. All of this stuff is right here. but I'll still explain. It is intimidating a little bit. We have heard that before, quite a lot of content, but it's better to put all the content in one place than not have that content. So you can watch some videos, what is HCM, all of this stuff, how we deliver training. Again, another good video. You can watch this. You'll understand how we really deliver the training. Again, all this content, what are our features, detailed course curriculum. It's a 7-step process. Again, pretty straightforward, the roadmap. For those who are very new to the HR HCM side, you can start with the jargons. That's where we tell, like the person who was saying from the sales side, you start from here, then we cover the fundamentals, then we cover HCM. Here is the whole meat of the training program happens. And then this is a video training program, which is the job readiness program. You can find a lot of details here, the whole program. I'll open this. It covers your, cheat sheets, resume creations, job roles, career path, everything. The whole 9 yards is here. We have resources like your community page or your blog articles, your resume templates, just to give you an idea. You can get any template here, any. So all these resources you don't have, we already know. We've been in this field for quite a long time. So once you go over this, you will have a very good idea. There is a how to start guide. Again, this is all for information. It will take time to go through this document. Take that time and go through this document. Here we have explained everything about certification, the ultimate guide. There is a guide we have here, 222 pages. This is after November 2024. Anything you know about certification before November 2024 has changed. This is a guide we have made about certification, HCM certification. Again, this is a 222-page guide. You can learn from that. Quite a lot of information here. These are all your partner companies. When I was talking about partner, these are all the partner companies. Partner companies are divided here in 3 parts: deployment, AMS, and staffing services. These are all different types of partner companies. You can see all these are partner companies. Somebody was asking about partner companies. It's all here. List of Workday certification. I'm going to cover this a little bit in detail, and then I'll explain you. In fact, I'll just explain you now so you have an understanding. So this, just take a look at it, and then I'll explain. Okay. All right. So your Workday, there is HCM. For now, just ignore the word certification. Okay. So under HCM, you have Workday Workday HCM Core. This is what you're learning. That's it. And after you're done with this course, you can go ahead and take the Workday Pro Core HCM certification. Under HCM, you have compensation, advanced comp, benefits, recruiting. Every one of them is a certification. Every one is a course. Okay. Then you have student. Student is for universities. Again, none of this is important for you. None of this is important because you're still here. You're starting out. You will, under HCM, there are so many different modules. Under finance, there are so many different modules. Under payroll, there are all these different modules. So payroll has US payroll, UK, Canada, Australia, France, absence, time tracking, and then, US payroll is, if you're in US, you'll learn that. Under reporting, you have these many. Again, each is a course, each is a certification. Integration and extend is for technical people. I mean, those people who like technical stuff, again, start with integration. But for all of this, you start here. I hope that is clear. I know there is a lot of things, should I start finance, payroll, reporting? If you're new to Workday, you start here at all times. This will build your core. And then you move on to, let's say you learn core HCM. Now you want to move into finance. That's fine. You can move into finance, learn all this. I mean, the first 3 is more important. If you want to finance, you want to learn finance and get a job, the first 3 are very important. I'll talk about certifications here coming soon, but let's take a look at all this first. Okay. Again, all of this information is on our community page, which we maintain. We have 21,000 followers. We post a lot of content. Now, why do we post content? Because Workday community is closed community. What that means is you do not get any material, any documentation, nothing. You don't have access to anything. Workday keeps everything closed, meaning unless you are an employee of a customer company or a partner company or Workday itself, content is not open. Because we have experience, we have talent, we build all this content. And then we share all the stuff. So for example, let's say you are here. See, I posted this top 50 women Workday influencers you need to know. All these influencers have posted. You should follow them. You should join the groups. There's a lot of stuff you should be doing. So again, follow us on our learner community. All this content is free. So once you go here, I posted the link in the chat. Once you go here, click on this button, click on all and save. What that does is every time we make a post, you get a notification. And for those of you who are not on LinkedIn, I'm not going to say start immediately. I'm going to say start right now. LinkedIn is your best friend if you're looking for a job. LinkedIn is your best friend. Also, we post videos, live sessions, full course every other day on YouTube. Live course, full, free. And this goes live if you want to learn a little bit about benefits. You don't want to pay a company to learn benefits. You just want to attend a live full course. You can attend it this time, Wednesday, 25th June, yeah, at 7:30 a.m. This ran for about 6-7 hours. I mean, we share other people's posts also. Keith is very senior guy. He's writing a book, so I just shared his post. Influencers. There's a lot of content. Time tracking, quick reference guide. I mean, the content here, we have over 20 to 25,000 pieces of content here. You can keep on scrolling. It'll take you a full day to scroll down all the way. All this content is right here. All right, so do that first. All right, let's go back again. Partners I showed you. Now, this is your certification. I'm going to talk about this in a little bit. Okay, I'm going to come back to this and I'm going to talk about this. And then at the end of your training program, you will receive a certificate of completion from ZaranTech. You will receive a certificate of completion, the ZaranTech branded. Do not get confused with the Workday certification. This is certificate of completion from ZaranTech. That's why I repeated 3 times. The certificate of completion from ZaranTech tells your future employer that you have completed a 40-hour, 35, 36, whatever hour number of hours of course with ZaranTech.
What sets ZaranTech apart in SAP corporate training? It's our unique blend of expertise and innovation. We offer customized courses tailored to each client's needs, ensuring relevant, targeted learning. Our vast trainer database brings you wisdom from the best in the field. Need resources? Access our extensive training material repository anytime. We are all about measurable results, providing detailed student metrics to track progress. And we don't just teach, we build community. Join our thriving social media network, connecting learners beyond boundaries. With ZaranTech, you are not just training, you are transforming your SAP expertise.
This is once you give this certificate to your future employer, they can verify it from us with this ID. You can actually click on this. Once you get this certificate, you can click on it, add the certificate directly to your profile. Now, why is it important that you should add this to your profile? Remember, you have this, our name. We are very, very popular in the market when it comes to training. If you have done your training, people already have an idea how good of a training you have done. So this is very important. Now, I'm going to show you a little bit something. Give me 1 second. And we also post everybody who's done their certification. You can contact them. So for example, we made a post saying that, in November 2024, 156 students enrolled with us, right? So you can actually click on any one of these students. All this is just 1% of our students. Say this person posted, I've completed my certificate. And then all these people comment. So what happens? They become, everybody knows they've done the training. And then we post this content on our learner community. That's why I'm saying having a LinkedIn profile is very important. So these links are shared with you on the on the document itself. I'll show you where it is right there. What our past students are saying, you can just click, talk to them as many as you want. You can talk to them. All those people who have completed the certification in first attempt are here. I mean, there's those who have given us permission to post. So we'll post, see this person said, I have completed my certification. We'll post that chat. Obviously, we take their permission and then you can talk to them if you want. So instead of Google reviews, we start posting the LinkedIn posts and obviously we take their permission, post all the stuff here. You can talk to as many people as you want. This is again, some more content, some more links of people who have finished their training, certification, all of that stuff. Your course upcoming batch details are here. The link is here. We have a payment option. It is $699. It comes with 2 months of tenant access. Now, understand one thing. Since you're very new, people will tell you that they will give you tenant access, but they will give you tenant access which is shared. Ours is not shared. One person, one tenant for 2 months. One person, one tenant for 2 months. It's not shareable. It is not slotted. What I mean slotted is other companies, what they'll do is they'll give you a tenant, but you will have limited amount of time during the day. We don't do that. 24/7, it's your tenant. You will use that tenant. You just go here if you want to pay however you want to. So you can just pay that. There is installment options also. You can use Afterpay or Klarna, and then there's all those installment options. I was talking to you about ZaranTech being a corporate training company. We offer literally all the courses under Workday. This is our corporate training catalog. If your company wants to train someone or many people, and then we can deliver that training. This is our catalog, how we deliver all these training programs for companies and the list of companies. This is a very small list of companies we have trained for. All of that stuff is here. So this, in a nutshell, is your cohort document. All right. Now I'm going to come to that certification side. So just hold on. Okay. Before I do that, let me cover a little bit something else. Okay. This is your learning management system. When you join training, when you're paid, when you're enrolled, you get access to a learning management system, which looks like this. The learning management system is only accessed by people who are enrolled in this batch. Outsiders cannot. You can only open this if you're logged into your Gmail. If I try to open this somewhere else in an incognito window, it'll not open. Because I'm already logged into Gmail, I have access. It's going to look like this. You can access this from any device, anytime, 24/7. Tenant access is right here. You just click the button. We will give you a user ID password. Enter, you will be in the tenant. Curriculum, your trainer already talked about this curriculum, the fundamentals, core, and job readiness. I'm not going to go over it. Your material sections are here. I'm going to come back to this material section in a little bit. Video recording of each and every session is posted here. As you can see, the recording of the session you are attending right now will be posted after this session. All the recordings will be here for you to watch. Again, these are the actual live recording, live sessions you have attended, and they'll get posted here. Meeting links like the one you received will be posted here. All you have to do is just click the link and attend the session. Attendance is very important to us. I'll tell you why attendance is important. All these attendance, as you can see, we have quite a number of students who join our batches. We'll take the attendance as per the session. Now let me come back to the material section. We, as a company, prepare all the materials in-house. The session PowerPoints are used by your trainer to deliver the training. Assessments are right here. Lab activities right here. Case studies here. Anything shared by the trainer is right here. I'm going to go over few documents. You can take a look at it. So your session PowerPoint, when the trainer is going to use a session, he's going to just use like this, train you. We don't do a PowerPoint style of training. We don't. This is here so the trainer can follow a structure. We follow an 80-20 style of training, sometimes 85, sometimes 90. Most of your training is always going to be on the tenant. This is for you to understand what the structure is, how the trainer is following, what he's teaching, all of that stuff. This is for you. Assessment documents look like this. I'm just showing you again, everything what we do is built in-house. You will not find that Workday's logo here anywhere. All your lab activity documents. Again, these are documents. You won't understand anything now. But when you are in the training program, your trainer was going to share all this, be like, hey guys, can you please finish module 5 lab activity? Case studies are here. It's going to look like this. This comes at the end of the training. Your trainer is going to ask you to do some of these case studies. It'll help you. It takes time to do these case studies because it's end to end. And then all the materials that your trainers will share. Every trainer shares different materials. It's all here. This is how your learning management system looks like. This is how the materials are shared. This is how the videos are shared. All of this stuff is shared in one place. So you don't have to email us and be like, hey, I didn't receive the link. Where is the session? None of that. Everything is here, one place, right? You all have already seen our YouTube channel. I've just posted it. We have over 1,000 videos, subscribers. We have playlists for literally every course. If you want to learn HCM, right, there is a playlist with 186 videos. Oh, sorry, 202 videos. We have a full course video also. You can learn that. We post a lot of content we post. This is just one. You can see all these. See this playlist? It has full courses for everything. Whatever you want to learn. A lot of people use this and learn from it. So this is our YouTube channel. Again, bookmark that, youtube.com @Workday Learner Community. Workday Learner Community. All right. So I'm going to pause for a little bit and ask you if you have any questions before I move on to the certification side. No questions? Okay. All right. So now, Workday certification is a closed certification. I started the conversation saying it is a closed. What does closed certification mean? Closed means unless you are an employee of a customer company or a partner company, you cannot even get certified. You cannot have you don't have the option. But what we have done is we collaborated with staffing partners and sales partners, and they can get you certified. The only difference is, now let me explain you a little bit about the certification. So Workday actually, let's say you are an employee of a customer company. Let's say Workday offers 2 courses. I'm only covering one of this. HCM certification. Okay. This is your certification. It costs $800. Either you pay or your customer company pays. Let's say you're a customer company employee. What Workday recommends is you take these 2 courses. These 2 courses will prepare you for this certification. One more time. These 2 courses will prepare you for this certification. These 2 courses costs $6,400. Now, don't get confused with training unit, training credit. Don't get you confused with that. One training credit is $800. That's why it's saying 3,200, 4 credits. These 2 courses, once you take these 2 courses, you can appear for the certification. These 2 courses prepare you for the certification. Our course replaces these 2 courses, meaning instead of paying $6,400, you can pay $699 and take our course. Our one course covers these 2 courses, and you can get to the certification. Now you'll ask me this question, okay, I got your training and you have covered all this, great. But how do I get to the certification side? That's the question. That's the biggest question. So after your training is done, we'll refer you to the partner company. The partner company will register you. You pay the partner company directly the $800, which they will pay to Workday. They'll get you an access to a Workday Learning Center, WLC. Workday Learning Center is a portal where once you have paid $800, on the right side, it will show you have 1 credit left. You can use that credit, schedule your own certification exam. There are different dates, and take the certification. Once the certification is completed and you have cleared, the staffing partner company will hold that certification, and you can tell everybody that you are certified. Now, give me 1 second. All right, go over this. All right. So Workday LMS ID. You will learn this later, but I was just showing you. LMS ID is a unique identifier assigned to a person. Okay. Once you register with the partner company, you will be assigned a Workday LMS ID. With that LMS ID is a unique identifier for you. So let's say you forgot to download your certification, but you have your LMS ID and you get a job with a customer company. Customer company says, are you certified? You say yes. They'll say, can I get your LMS ID? You can give them your LMS ID, and they can go into the system and look up about you as to if you're, what have you completed? Certification, courses, whatever you have completed, it'll show that there. So this is how we do the certification. Now, another thing I'll tell you, right here, after these 2 courses to the certification, right here in the middle, nobody offers any type of practice program. At this point, nobody offers any type of practice program to take the certification. Meaning, if you pay $800 and if you fail, it only has 1 attempt. Then you have to pay $800 again and take it. What we have done at ZaranTech is we came up, okay, in fact, just give me 1 second. We built this. I'll have you guys read it. So we have built a practice test platform. The practice test platform access is only given to people who take training from us. It's not for outsiders. Sorry, but that's what I'm going to call right now. It's only given to people who take our training programs. This, as you can see here, we have built practice test platform for these 10 certifications only. Remember, I told you there are many, many, many certifications, correct? But for now, we have only built for, there are all these certifications, but we have only built it for the most important 10. So Pro Core, which you are going to take, benefits, compensation, advanced comp, recruiting. This is part of HCM. These three are part of finance. This is integration. This is payroll. Because we are a US-based company, we get a lot of students from US. This is a special access just for our learners. And this has helped all those people clear their certification in first attempt. Our passing score is 95%, not 80%. It's okay for you to fail with us, but we don't want you to fail at the Workday certification level when you are taking the official certification, okay? So give me 1 second, I'll show you something else and you can go over this. All right, you guys can read this from here to here. So your testing information, pretty simple, 50 questions, you have to 40. Multiple choice questions, you don't have it's not an open book, it's closed book. The questions by weight is like this. And remember, I told you that our platform is also built with the same weightage of questions, subject wise, topic wise. Exams are managed by question mark and Proctor U. This is a very, very strict platform, exam platform, all the stuff. Failed exams, 1 attempt. After 4 calendar days, you can pay again and take another one. And this is recertification. Basically, your certification is only valid for 2 years. After 2 years, if you want to recertify yourself, it costs you 0.25 credit. That's it. This is, in a nutshell, your certification. Yeah, that's it. And then if you want to talk to someone who has already got certified in first attempt, go here, what our past students are saying. If you want to talk to people who have taken our training program, you can go here, talk to them directly on LinkedIn, or you want to talk to people who have taken our certification and cleared certification. You can talk to these people. There's 2 or 3 in one link, so you can go through that. Or you can find them all in our learner community, which is right here, right there. That's our learner community. If you start scrolling, you'll find all the 8,000 people here who have taken their certificate, who have got the training from us and got their certificate of completion from ZaranTech. It's always posted here. Also, we also have our own tool, PeopleFlow. It's a testing tool, and we are an innovation partner, Workday innovation partner. You'll see this here. Yeah, right there. PeopleFlow is an innovation partner. Innovation Silver partner. I'm the marketing and sales director in the US. So we also have a product which we sell it to customers. It is an AI-powered Workday automation testing tool, PeopleFlow. So this, in a nutshell, is your training and certification program. Now, I know you have a lot of questions, so let's go. Questions?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Yes. Yeah. So after completion of training, I need to enroll myself into certification immediately, or I can take some time.
No, you can take the time. We don't want you to enroll immediately because you don't want to, fail. You want to prepare for that. It's not easy.
Okay. So 1 month, 2 months, accordingly, I can take time, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. We want you to go ahead and after the training is complete, we want you to put the time in your, tenant and practice on the tenant as much as you can. We'd like to see at least 100 or 120 hours of tenant practice. Once you've done all of that, you'll be ready. And then you can check your readiness by taking the practice test platform certifications.
Yes, got it.
95%. And again, all this is not available outside.
Yes.
Nobody outside will have access unless you have paid and become an enrolled student of ZaranTech. You're not going to get access. Again, one more time, I'm going to tell you this, okay? And this is an email we send out to everybody. These are the benefits of training from ZaranTech. First of all, we are a US-based company. If you want to see this, that's right there. Go ahead and see this. We accept credit card payments. Now, I know a lot of you guys see this $200, $300 training program. We don't do any of that. There is one price and that's it.
Yeah, and one more question. Apart from certification, will you provide the help to...
Hold on. Okay. And then we referral to the Workday partner company, you can watch a video, which I just explained you. There is a video right there. Then you have your Workday certification test platform. Again, these two are unique to us. Again, another one is unique to us is this. One user, one. All right, go ahead.
Yeah. So my question is like, apart from the certification, will you guys provide to help the resume writing or any kind of like resume samples after completion of like training or 3 core concept as Rohan had said earlier?
Right there. I covered that in part step 7. It's your job readiness program. Step 4, my bad. This you will get a full course.
Okay.
Video course. It covers everything. Job readiness program. You get that as a part of the course. It's a video course. In this, you learn how to build your LinkedIn cheat sheets. See, take a look at this. I'll show you. Give me 1 second. You learn how to build your resume. You get all the sample, everything. I mean, we did not leave anything. It's a end-to-end program.
Yes, got it.
Any other questions? Please ask questions right now. I mean, now, because, later if you try to ask, if somebody's going to be available or not. I know everything about Workday and certification. So go ahead, please. No questions? Oh, did I explain you so well? All right. Okay, give me 1 second. I'll run a poll. And then if you guys want to answer that, that'll be 1 second. You can always email us, but, since I'm here, you can ask those questions too. And then this particular document has all the details about certification, about Tenant, about, your exam details, recertification details, everything, the whole 9 yards. A certificate of completion from us, what our past students are saying, all of this, everything is in one document. Payment links, all of that stuff.
Yeah. So, Alok, I'd like to know the timings of the course because I believe it would be 7 to 8:30. So, is there any other slots are available?
That's the batch.
Okay.
Yeah, it's 8 to 9:30 p.m. Central, which is going to be Monday to Thursday. So that's going to be Tuesday to Friday, 6:30 to 8 a.m. We do have other slots, but other batches, but they follow the same slots. We don't do US mornings because everybody's working. And if we do India morning, it's going to be early. India always starts late, 9:30. So most people are able to complete their training, go to work. Weekends, we cannot conduct batches is because tenants are not available on weekends. Workday takes the tenant down on Saturday for updates. So that's why we have to conduct in these times.
Got it.
All right.
So when the next batch is going to start?
Okay, right, July 7th. And you can enroll for that right here. And after your 2 months is complete, if you want to buy additional tenant access, it is $149. Again, we don't sell tenant access to anyone else outside. We are not a tenant access provider. Our students only will give tenant access, extra additional access. If somebody else has done training somewhere else or anybody else who's never done training, whatever, for whatever reason they want to come to us and ask for tenant access, we don't sell them. So we are dedicated because we get about 130 to 150 students enrolled in our training programs. We dedicatedly work for them. You know what I'm saying? So everything we built is for our learners because we want to focus on them and get them to the point where they get certified, they get jobs, they get their resumes done, all this stuff. And another thing is, we are not staffing company, but remember I told you, you get the partner company, staffing partner company. You can talk to them and they can hire you as well. And on top of that, we also post quite a lot of jobs here because a lot of staffing companies want their jobs posted here because we have such a huge following. So we post jobs. We recommend you to staffing partner companies, staffing companies, consulting companies. We have a lot of connects because of our presence on LinkedIn, but we don't call ourselves staffing company because we don't, that's not our revenue generator. So any other questions? Hello? Normally I get quite a lot of questions for certification. You guys are not asking any questions. Okay. All right. End this poll for you. Okay. So let me ask you this. Did we answer all your questions at least? Okay, I'll launch this and see. We'll try to do better. All right, guys. Again, I cannot stress enough that you need to build your LinkedIn profile. For example, let me just give you a very simple example. I can go type Workday and I can go to groups. There are many groups. If you join a group, you can post your resume and say that, hey, I'm looking for a job. No, those group members are senior consultants. Also, you can join those groups and connect with the influencers who are Workday influencers. And you can find those Workday influencers from our profile. So the post we do. So for example, let me give you an example. So like this one we posted, right? You can connect with all these influencers. I mean, we have a top 100 also. One second. The list should be here somewhere. Sorry, my LinkedIn goes crazy. Where is it? Yeah, right there. Yeah, see, we posted all their profiles. So you can just click connect, and most of them are either staffing director, practice director, or staffing partner owner, or, there are a lot of very, very good people here in this list. We also have a top 100 list. I think, yeah, it is there somewhere. Top 100 influencers in Workday. We have that also. Again, very, very good list. That is SAP influencers, but we have a Workday, right there. So I'll share this also. Now, quite a lot of people, I know literally, but quite a lot of these people are in staffing, consulting. So we are literally filtering all of these and giving it to you. 1 second. I'll share this. Sorry, guys, I'm not able to see your screen because I was on there. Hi, I will consider taking the test for certification after reviewing some of the YouTube. Okay. Pacific. Okay, cool. So yeah, I shared that. Again, if you are part of our Workday Learner community group on LinkedIn, you would have got this. And we showcase people all the time on LinkedIn and everywhere else. So I am a very big influencer myself for mainly SAP and Workday. I'm an influencer myself. I've got a very big profile, 70,000, but we have total 450,000 followers on LinkedIn. So, if you connect with us, comment on our post, say something on our post, then other people will see it. It's basically networking. The more you network, the more opportunities open up for you. And then I think there is one post we did for, I think I did for, 1 second. I think we did for, 1 second. This one. We did a post. It was how career transition, PeopleSoft to Workday consulting, value in it. So then we get, we post a lot of content. Then we post a lot of guides. All these are free guides, Workday Extend guide. Like that, we have many guides we post. Workday certification guide we posted here. It's a 222-page guide we posted here, a 200-page guide. Anybody can download for free. So when it comes to free, good content, we are the king. I mean, we post the most amount of content here. The amount of content we post is crazy. And then it's always helping either the SAP community or Workday community. All right, it's about 10:50. If you don't have any questions, we can conclude right now. But thank you all for coming. I will give you guys another chance to ask questions. If you don't, that's fine. We still have 11 people, no questions. Everybody's on mute. Can you hear me? I'm glad I was able to explain all the stuff. Again, please connect with us. Follow our LinkedIn Learner community page. But if you're not on LinkedIn, get on that. It is a gold mine for you all. All right, guys. Take care. Bye.
Sure. Thank you.